Shalom family, welcome back to Storytime with MsP. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful stories in the Bible, David and Goliath, a story about courage, faith, and how Yah fights our battles when we trust in Him. Get cozy, grab your Bibles, and let's walk through this inspiring moment in history. Let's start with the giant challenge. 1 Samuel 17 verses 4-7, KJV. And there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines, named Goliath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span. And he had a helmet of brass, and the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass. Here we meet Goliath, a giant warrior over 9 feet tall, wearing heavy armor. He's strong, intimidating, and ready to destroy anyone who dares to fight him. He represents the things in life that seem too big for us to overcome: addiction, fear, poverty, shame. But stay with me, because Yah's got a plan. 1 Samuel 17 verses 8-11. And he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel, Choose you a man. If he be able to fight with me, we will be your servants. When Saul and all Israel heard those words, they were dismayed and greatly afraid. Goliath throws down a challenge and mocks the people of Yah. King Saul and the army of Israel are terrified. But this part teaches us something: sometimes even leaders get scared. But Yah doesn't need a mighty army, he needs someone with faith. Enter David, a shepherd with faith. 1 Samuel 17:20, 23-24. And David rose up early, and ran into the army, and Goliath spake according to the same words, and David heard them. And all the men of Israel fled from him, and were sore afraid. David wasn't even a soldier, he was a young shepherd, just bringing food to his brothers. But when he heard Goliath talking disrespectfully about Yah's people, something in him stirred. Sometimes Yah calls the least expected person to step into greatness. 1 Samuel 17 verse 26. And David spake, Who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living God? David isn't intimidated. He's focused on one thing: Yah's honor. He's not impressed by Goliath's size or strength. That's faith. David knows that no enemy can stand against Yah. David volunteers. 1 Samuel 17 verses 32-33. And David said to Saul, Let no man's heart fail because of him, thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine. And Saul said, Thou art but a youth. Even the king doubts David because of his age and size. But Yah doesn't look at our outward appearance, he looks at our heart and our faith. David isn't relying on strength, he's relying on Yah. 1 Samuel 17 verse 37. David said, The Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion, and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. David remembers how Yah helped him before. That's a message right there: your past victories prepare you for your current battles. Testimonies build trust. The battle. 1 Samuel 17 verse 40. And he took his staff in his hand, and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook, and his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine. David didn't need a sword or armor. Just 5 stones and faith. Yahuwah uses the simple things to defeat the mighty. Don't let anyone tell you you're not equipped. Yahuwah equips who he calls. 1 Samuel 17 verses 45-46. Then said David, Thou comest to me with a sword, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts. This day will the Lord deliver thee into mine hand. David speaks boldly, not because of his own strength, but because he knows who's fighting for him. When you come in Yah's name, you already have the victory. 1 Samuel 17 verses 49-50. And David put his hand in his bag, and smote the Philistine in his forehead. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone. 1 stone. 1 shot. That's all it took. The giant fell because David trusted Yah. This is your reminder: faith moves mountains and slays giants. Family, I hope this story reminded you that no matter how big your battle is, Yahuwah is bigger. David didn't win with weapons, he won with faith and boldness. So the next time you face your own Goliath, remember, you're never fighting alone. If this story touched your spirit, don't forget to like, comment, and share this with someone who needs a faith boost today. And as always, stay grounded in truth and walk boldly with Yah. Until next time, Shalom and stay encouraged.